Hey y'all, Josh here today, aka the world's greatest dad. What you're looking at right here is the Magical Memories Collection baseball ring and ball display case. Today we're going to unbox this bad boy, show you how to mount it to the wall, give you all the different combinations and ways you can use it, see if it might be something you need on your wall as well. So with that being said, let's get it. So when this thing shows up on your doorstep, it's going to come in a box just like this. Let's go ahead and get it opened up and see what we're working with. And here's everything you're going to get. Of course, your display case itself, 39 wooden pegs, and 3 removable shelves. As we take a little closer look at the craftsmanship, I gotta say, every joint on this thing looks very well put together. You can see right here, no real exposed sides, sanded down well, no exposed screws or anything like that. We turn this thing over, you'll see it's already got its hooks ready to go. And really the only part of this that isn't a solid wood is going to be this backing right here, which is particle board. But on the inside, you get those nice baseball laces, which should display really well. Now the pegs that come with it, as well as the additional shelves, all match the display case as well. And as you can see, fairly decent craftsmanship with no issues fitting any of these pegs into those holes. And one thing that's kind of cool about this is that it is the standard size of your baseball home plate. So it's going to measure 17 inches across the top, 8.5 on the sides, and then 12 inches right here where it comes to a point. As far as weight goes, the shelf itself is going to come in and weigh 5 pounds, 5 ounces. Now, if you were to use all the accessories, including the 3 additional shelves, as well as the 39 pegs, it's going to weigh in at 6 pounds, 10 ounces. Now, besides having the hooks on the back, they don't provide you with any screws or mounting hardware. So you got a couple different options. If you're going into solid wood, you just go ahead and use a couple nails and hammer those in. But we're going to be putting this on drywall, so I'm going to use a stud finder to see where my studs are at. If I can locate this thing in a stud, I'll go ahead and just screw one of these in. And if I have to go directly in the drywall, I just picked up some of these little mounting anchors right here that we can screw into. Now, besides that, you should also have yourself a tape measure and a level to get this thing nice and level. So let's go ahead and get this thing mounted. First thing I'm going to do is measure kind of from where these brackets are, and from center to center, it's going to be 9.5 inches. Now, you do got a little bit of play because each of these things are about 1.25 inches long, so you don't have to be exact with that. Go ahead and just put this thing up here real quick, grab a pen, make a little mark. Now from that point there, I'm going to measure across 9.5 inches. Now what we got to do is make sure we get these things all leveled up. I want both my marks, obviously, to be level. That looks pretty good. Now I've got 2 marks that are level, 9.5 inches away from each other. Go ahead and use my stud finder and see if we're going to locate a stud here. Looks like nothing there. And we're just going to miss the stud. So both of these are going to be directly into drywall. Because they're directly into drywall, I'm going to go ahead and use just my anchors and screws right here. I'll go ahead and use my drill, and I'll drill a couple of holes. We'll go ahead and pop this anchor in. Now we'll just go ahead and screw these screws into our anchors. Alright, now we should be able to just set that right on those hooks. There we go. Put that level on top of there, and not bad. So you got a lot of different options and ways that you can decorate this display case using either these extra ring shelves or just using the case itself. Now, if you want to just use the case itself, all these little holes will hold different baseballs. And then if you want to put any of your additional shelves in, you can go ahead and use that to display multiple rings. Now, these pegs, again, will fit in any one of those holes, either the takeaway shelves or the regular shelves. And you could use those to display rings, or they could also hold up medals, something like that as well. If you didn't want to display that with a hold down, you You could also go ahead and just stick your metal in there to display. Now, this thing will hold baseballs, but it is too small to hold any type of softballs. So if you want to display any of them, you'd have to go ahead and put that on top. So my display case is all set up, and I gotta say, man, this thing looks pretty darn sharp. I've been coaching high school baseball for about 12 years, and about 4 or 5 years ago, I started having the kids sign a ball after every season. This case is gonna be a great display case for that here in my office. Gotta say, this thing looks pretty sharp, and I like the fact I can put a picture on top there too. So there you go. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the Magical Memories Collection baseball ring and ball display case. After unboxing this thing, mounting it to the wall, and testing out a bunch of different combinations, here's my 3 takeaways. Number 1, this thing's well put together. There's no exposed screws. All the joints are nice and seamed well, and it just looks great sitting on your wall. Number 2, I love the fact that you got a lot of different combinations of where you can display different balls, metals, and rings. And number 3, this thing was fairly easy to mount as well, and I appreciate the fact that they already had the mounting brackets for this loaded right there on the back of it. It's for those reasons and more, I'm easily giving this thing a world's greatest dad thumbs up, and I say, go out and get you one. Hey, one more thing before you go. I want to let you know that the company behind this awesome baseball display case is a big fan of the World's Greatest Dad's in-depth and informational videos. Therefore, a few months ago, they reached out to me and asked me if they could send me this product for video review purposes. Now, with that being said, all the thoughts and opinions expressed in this video were my own, and I always do my best to accurately describe any product I review. Now, I hope this video helped you out. We'll see you next time.